What's going on, guys? It's Chronic Blaze here. We're back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 2 video. Guys.
Vaughn had 5 kills, so I'm at least twice as good as him. I am on the bottom of the leaderboard.
There is a plus or minus 5 handicap here, like whenever you have to talk about what you're doing. So.
Well, we won, which is the only thing I'm interested in is teamwork.
Wins count.
Teamwork.
That's play for the win.
Playing the objective, teamwork, everybody.
There you go.
It serves you well. Other people like you if you do that. You know? Look at that. Look at that. That guy's, I like this guy. Look at that camo. Stylish.
Hotness.
All right, well, it's been good.
All right, Kathan's on deck.
Show some of my not so great skills, but
it was outstanding. Don't let anyone like the internet tell you otherwise.
No, I'm gonna hear a little bit from Vaughn, I'm sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, thanks for coming by.
Really, who cares? I don't know. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, dude.
All right.
All right, Kathan, let's do this.
All right. So how do the other guys do? Are you saying all I have to do is not get last?
Yes.
All right, why don't we rig out a class? While you were rigging out your class, why don't you tell people kind of what you do here at the studio?
Sure. So I joined Treyarch about 3 years ago after getting into industry, going to USC. And right now, and what I've been doing on Black Ops 2 is actually working on a lot of the new movement systems, so sliding, wall running, thrust jumping, as well as I worked on pretty much a majority of all the 9 specialists and all the abilities that you see. So worked on glitch, heat wave, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I'll just take over this guy. So. Use it more.
Oh, was that conservatives?
Yeah.
There wasn't much happening. There wasn't much happening right there.
Using it very much.
You know, one of the questions that came up with both Vaughn and Alex were sort of big heroes, sort of within the industry, whether that's a company or a person. Anyone that stands out as particularly influential in sort of why you got into games, or?
Definitely. There's actually quite a few that I can think of.
Yeah?
So the first one would be, and actually how I got into history was unlike many of these other guys like Alex and even Vaughn, who have been telling you all these stories about how they've been doing this industry for a long time. I'm actually a relatively new player. I actually went to USC and was in business. Ended up transitioning over to games after I realized I'd been playing this my whole life and never realized, oh wow, people actually make this. I know this probably sounds really dumb to a lot of you guys out there, but I actually was very fortunate to USC's with some of these
see, this is Treyarch really, playing right now.
Great guys in industry, for example.
I think that's Vulnerable right there.
Great program too.
Anyways,
it's like if there's a place to like for the light bulb to go off and say I want to make games, like USC is like one of the best places.
This is them
actually
playing.
This was actually back in 2009 when it first just started getting.
Hope you guys liked it.
So we actually had Jason Gregory.
I don't know if this is illegal or I'm just kidding, guys.
Giving courses, and then actually. I actually got put in touch with you know, a guy who was working on a small startup called Riot Games at the time.
Yeah.
So I actually met Brandon Beck.
Who?
Brandon Beck.
I'm just messing with you. They've done some stuff.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Oh, sorry, I played with a little different controller setup. So.
Did Alex mess this up for you?
He plays flipped, and I do bumper jumper tactical. This actually goes back to you know, Vaughn was always talking about how he likes to have, you know, hands on the controller the entire time, thumbs on the sticks. And so I really wanted to make sure that I could be able to do something like this where you can like strafe around the air while keeping my finger. Oh, this guy right here.
That guy's hating you, right? Not paying attention, not paying. Oh, I just shot you in the face.
I think he got me back.
All right. So you mentioned your work on, or I'm sorry. Are you done with USC?
Yeah. You got another question?
So at Kids These Days 12, back with another question. I think that given your involvement with the specialists, probably a good one for you. What's your favorite specialist, and which one did you tear up in the lobby the most?
That's actually a good question. I think my favorite one is actually one I don't even, you know, do that well with anymore. But the one I like the most is actually the guy I'm running with right now, which is the Prophet, and his ability to use this glitch move. I think that, and it was just actually a really just fun one to work on, because when we were throwing ideas around of what we wanted to do, it was actually, you know, Tony, who you guys have probably already met, just saying like, hey, I want to be able to, you know, move backwards in time, and I'm like, that sounds incredible. What are you thinking here? And that's the really cool part of being an engineer, in my opinion, for any of you guys out there who are interested. It's like, a lot of people said I was a creative person, but I'm just more of a person that can take other people's ideas and just, try to make something, that sounds outlandish or really cool in actual reality for them. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, whenever you talk, we got a good question here from Cod Buddy. Cod Buddy's slaying it with the questions. It's like he's in my head. How did specialists' weapons or abilities evolve from concept through final product? What changed? What stayed the same? So, like, I mean, but you talk about that creative process and sort of like, other, ideas that come to the table, and then, sort of finding the fun in each one of those. Is there a particular weapon or ability that sort of stands out to you as having, a notable evolution?
Oh, I mean, that's a hard one to pick just one because, like, there's so many out there. I'm not going to die like that. That's why I like this ability. I mean, this one definitely had quite an evolution itself. While we're talking about glitch, it was like, how do we actually, want to use it? Like, what's the time? How does it make it feel good? Especially, I mean, you don't want something like this to be something that feels, what's the word? Disorienting or anything like that. I think we found like it took a lot of time to find the right balance. A lot of I must have been months of back and forth iteration, working with Tony, working with everyone on the team. Really getting everyone's feedback on making something like this. Feel and work really well.
Well, actually, I mean, riffing on a question from some talk about specialist only modes, or does that sort of like segregate the playlist in sort of like a weird way that it just doesn't become feasible?
I mean, that's probably one of the. I think designers have better input here on this one, but I mean, I personally think that would be really crazy because I think one of the best things about this is how fast-paced it is, and having those things come up, more often could definitely be something that is very exciting. All right, let's see if I can take back this one. How many guys are in here? Just one. Behind me. All right, not last place. I'm doing all right.
All right, let's see here.
All right. Where's this guy? I got two. Yeah, I really like this map. It just plays really well. You have a lot of variety of places, water. You can jump up above, get height on people.
At Veershaw 2003 is asking, how did the idea of the final reward camo like Dark Matter and Black Ops 3 come to be reality?
Probably, like Alex is saying, something about wandering. But I think a lot of those were.
Oh, this is right there in the corner.
So Dark Matter on camos. I actually sit really close to a lot of the artists that work on these things, and for a long time it was like a lot of these ideas just come around from like people just talking with each other, working on art and saying, hey, this looks really cool. These are like just really nice things. Can we get them in the game? And then showing it off to the rest of the team and being like, hey, look at this. Hey, look at this feature. Is there a place that this fits in? And I think a lot of ideas have been added to this game like that.
Were you deeply involved with Fracture?
Fracture. I actually worked on it a little bit.
Well, is there anything that you can talk about relative to your association with it in the development process? Like, why bring a new game mode into the mix at this point, and how did Fracture kind of come to be?
I think that. I mean, Fracture in particular, I personally just like the idea of collecting. The same way we have like Kill Confirmed. Like, I mean, this one's really fast paced, but also having a location that you can kind of like take things back to.
Yeah.
Is really fun. And one of the things I kind of wanted to see, just because like when I was growing up, I really enjoyed the game Sonic. Like when you get hit and all your coins kind of pop out and you go flying.
Yeah.
I figured that could get kind of cool having in there also. Let's see. All right. Not bad.
All right. Just so you're aware here, I'm taking a look at the clock and sort of where we're running on the stream. Yeah. Let's just keep it to one game. We got Matt Schrantz on deck.
All right.
And I think Kevin Sherwood should be up after him.
Nice.
And we'll stick to one game apiece from here on out.
Cool.
All right, guys, this is it. Hope you guys like this
We got lined up for the rest of the
cool
afternoon.
video that Treyarch was doing.
Hopefully more of playing this game.
Peace.